My name is Yushima Cherry Burks. I am an author, a clinical therapist, and CEO of Chatterbox Therapist. Let's talk about getting back with an ex. Would you consider getting back with an ex? Let's talk about it. It's a couple of things to consider. First of all, take an inventory of your relationship. What happened in your relationship? Where did the breakdown occur? And consider the good things. Look at it. Which list is longer? And what are the weights of each offense? And what's the weight of each benefit? And weigh that out. Consider the work that you've done on yourself. Are you better off without this relationship? Did you find that the relationship may have been holding you back, or were you holding yourself back not to outshine your partner because they may have felt insecure? You just didn't want to cause any friction and you wanted to keep the peace. So you decided, you know what? I'm going to not take this opportunity or not pursue this because you were too busy building them up. Did you receive the support that you needed in times when you needed it most? Were you the one always providing support, understanding? Did you often apologize or find yourself trying to fix it and make it right? How did they treat you when you were down and out? If there were a power shift, or if something were to happen where you needed more monetary, emotional, intellectual support, physical support, did they take care of you when you were sick? What were the expectations of your relationship? Did you have any deal breakers, and were they aware of your deal breakers, and did they care? Or did they still do things to test your loyalty, right? To see if you would really leave like you said you would in the beginning. The most important thing is to consider the work that you've done on yourself and how getting back with this partner may enhance you, yourself, may enhance you or hold you back. And the work that they've done on themselves. Have they done work on themselves, right? You have to consider this because it takes a long time to break a habit. People could talk a good game, tell you everything they want to hear. And it's not that they may not miss you. I'm sure they miss you. You were a good supply for them. You probably built them up. Listen, made them feel like they were the only and most important thing in this world, honey. And they can't get that from anywhere else. Being with you may have brought them some benefits that they no longer have access to. It takes a long time to change neural pathways in your brain. So if this person was a cheater, it's going to take for them to be tempted 50 times, denying that and coming to you with the truth before they form a new habit. If this person was a liar, it's going to take 50 times, and I'm just putting a number out there. Some studies say 21 times, some studies say 48 times. It just depends. We're just going to round it up to 50. It's going to take them 50 times to tell the truth instead of doing what they were used to doing, which is lying, before it starts to form a new habit. They were a gambler, so on and so forth. Do you see where I'm going with this? Has this person had an opportunity to really work on themselves? Or are they sorry, not about what they've done to hurt you, but about the benefits that they've lost out on since they no longer have access to you. Are they love bombing you now where you were starved for love and attention before? I'm not saying people can't change. I see it every day. I'm a marriage counselor. But I also understand tactics that people may use in order to get their mates back, their partners back, once they've ruined the relationship. I've seen people go on a whole character assassination tour where they've talked about how horrible this partner is or how horrible this person is and the reasons why they left them, and they're glad they left them, and they're glad that this person is hurt. I've seen scenarios where they've lied on them in court to try to get them to lose custody of their children, only to turn around and say how much they miss them. If you are in a position where you have freed yourself, you have prayed, the Lord freed you, He gave you everything that you needed, He supplied your needs. After you felt that you would just die without this person, the Lord showed up and said, it was always me. I was the one here taking care of you. He was just a vessel, or she was just a vessel, and I got you from this point forward. If you were freed from bondage, don't go back to bondage if it was bondage. Now, if it was a scenario where it wasn't that bad on you, this person didn't harm you or hurt you or abuse you or misuse you, mistreat you, talk bad about you, try to smear your name and go on a character assassination tour against you. If they didn't do these things and you feel like, you know what, this person has learned their lesson and I'm missing them, I'm wanting them, and I'm needing them. Yes, you want them in your life. By all means, do you. And if all those things did happen to you, and you still find yourself yearning for this person after you have been freed, I want you to consider the consequences to going back. If you haven't done the self-work, if your spirit of discernment is a little iffy, it's a little sketchy, right? If you're still lacking self-love, you're going to find yourself in the same position that you were freed from, and it's going to be harder to get out of next time, because what you're teaching that person is that I need to be slicker with how I do things, with how I move. I need to dominate more. I need to wheel them in, get them back in this web. To the people seeking to get back with your ex, if you've put in the work, you prayed about that thing and the Lord brought them back to you, do better. Do better. The grass is not always greener, honey. Sometimes it's an optical illusion. Okay? I wish everybody well in all of their relationships. As a counselor, as a therapist, couples and marriage counselor, I have seen all the scenarios play out. From new marriages to marriages that have been together 20, 30 years. You don't have to take my word for it. It's free. Pick up what you need. Throw away what you don't. Until next time, this is Yushima Cherry Burks. Be happy, healthy, and whole. Heal from interpersonal trauma. Grab your copy of Picking Up the Pieces to 100 Broken Promises and the companion workbook to Picking Up the Pieces to 100 Broken Promises today at all major bookstores.